Most sports betting strategies are complete garbage. But once I learned what sharp bettors actually do, I started seeing profit like this. So today, I'm breaking down the strategies that actually work and why the ones you're following don't. Because once you start digging into this world, you'll notice something weird. The bookies aren't your only enemies. Q, Professor Profit Max. I remember seeing this dude all over TikTok. So I decided to give him a shot. And as I was scrolling through his page, I realized something. Every video is basically talking about the same thing, which is tonight's a guaranteed smash play. Max units, don't overthink. It's honestly the script every fake guru uses. And I know I should have learned my lesson sooner, coming from LockDaddy69, but he had a VIP lock room. And immediately my brain went, well, maybe this guy's different. So I paid the $99 membership fee because I told myself that this was an investment. Spoiler, it was not. So if you're tired of getting played by all the online gurus stealing money from you, here's what you do. Join our private community. Inside, we don't share picks or rent money parlay. We share strategies, math, and trends so you can make the right call for yourself. Just like this champ did. And last month, he made over 10 grand. So if you're interested, the link's in the description. Or you can also scan right here. And the thing is, listening to tipsters isn't the only mistake most beginners make. Just like in investing, casual bettors like to follow the crowd. Meaning, when everyone is excited about a stock or a team, they rush to buy or bet, even though the price has already gone up. And this usually leads to losing money in the long run. The smart way to both invest and bet is to buy low and sell high. In the stock market, that means buying when prices are down or when most people are scared, and selling when prices are high or when everyone is confident. In betting, it's the same idea. So when a team becomes super popular, the odds get worse because everyone is betting on them. That means there's no more value left. So think like an ace trader, meaning when the odds on one side get too popular, look at the other side. That's where the discount often is, the less popular team or outcome. Remember, you're not betting based on hype, you're betting based on price. And tools like OddsJam help you find these low price spots. It shows when the odds are off across different sports books, so you can buy low by betting on the side with the best value. But okay, how does that actually look in real life? Let's say there's an NFL game, 49ers versus Cardinals. Most casual bettors look at that and go, bro, the Niners are gonna steamroll them. Free money. And yeah, you're not exactly wrong. Arizona hasn't exactly been a problem for anyone lately. But here's the part people forget. If you think it's obvious, the sportsbook already knows. And the price reflects that before you even open the app. So let me break it down for you. Say the 49ers are minus 210. That means risking $210 to win $100. That's roughly a 67.7% implied chance to win. But let's pretend the actual fair chance is more like 62%, which is closer to negative 165. If you're betting them at minus 210, you're basically paying extra, which means you can pick the right side and still lose over the long haul because the price is stacked against you. And if you don't believe me, just look at this. If you make 10 $210 bets at minus 210 and you win 6, you'll get $600 in earnings and lose $840. Total, $240. So even though you were right more than half the time and you backed the better team, you still finished in the red. That's why picking winners doesn't make you profitable. Finding good prices like this does. But even then, it's not always a 100% guarantee. You want to know why? You will tilt. You'll hit a cold streak. You'll watch a game flip on a last-second turnover. And in that moment, you'll start doubting everything you're doing. I know a guy who once dropped 18 straight bets, 18, in a row. Most people would have thrown their phone, cursed the universe, and hammered the next game out of pure spite. But he didn't do any of that. He didn't tweak his model. He didn't change his staking plan. He didn't suddenly start tailing some max unit guru. He just stayed the course. Fast forward, about 25 bets later, he wasn't just back to even. He was up more than 15 units. And that right there is the difference between gambling emotionally and betting professionally. So if you want to stay profitable, here are 4 simple things you need to lock in. Step 1, avoid tilt. If you feel yourself getting heated, step away. Touch grass, drink water, breathe, whatever resets you. Step 2, track your bets. Every single one. Doesn't need to be fancy. A Google Sheet works. Or you can use the built-in one on OddsJam. Step 3, review your decisions. What worked? What didn't? Did you follow your system or drift? Then tighten the screws quickly. Step 4, trust the system, not the last result. If your edge is real, the short-term pain doesn't matter. Stick to the math. Stick to the plan. And honestly, once you stick with it, that first $1,000 comes faster than you think. I know, because that's exactly how it played out for me. So if you want to see how I did it, I dropped the whole blueprint in the description. Or if you're watching on the big screen, here's a QR code you can scan. And now you're probably wondering, how long does this take before you see results? Honestly, you can earn $1,000 in a week if you follow the right strategy. But of course, you wouldn't want to stop there, right? So, let's say you keep going. You find 3% edges here, 4% edges there, and if you're lucky, you might even catch a couple of over 10% edges. And honestly, it won't feel like such a big deal as you're playing. But over time, the numbers will compound and your profits turn to serious money. Let me show you what I mean. Say you start with a $5,000 bankroll. You stay level-headed. You only bet 1% per play, 5 bets a day. And you only take spots with at least a 3% edge. Pretty reasonable, right? Run that for a full year and you'll be up by $8,000. Keep doing the exact same thing year after year, and in a few years, you're pulling in around $10,000 a month. Then, in 10 years, you'll practically be a millionaire. Of course, that's the ideal scenario. But as we all know, life can be unexpected. And perhaps one day you blow up your bankroll before the compounding kicks in. So, what do? I know what most people will do. They'll panic, try to wager big to win big, but that's a slippery slope, my friends. Just imagine, you place 10 bets a day, each with just a tiny edge. You think, at least a couple of these will bring in cash. On paper, sure, but even if you win 6 out of 10, you're still only barely ahead. Because at standard minus 110 odds, 6 wins only make you $600, but the 4 losses cost you $440. So all in all, you're only bringing home $160, which, let's be honest, isn't a whole lot. Now picture a rough week. You win 4 and lose 6. Following the same math, you're now down $260. You see where I'm getting at? Betting a lot only works if your edge is real. Every extra bet without one is just a risk, which is why I always say bet less, not more. Stick to 3 to 5 value plays and see where that'll lead you. Now, if you want to see if this strategy actually works in 2025, I actually tried it out myself through a 7-day challenge. I documented the whole process so you can see every win, every loss, and every comeback in detail. If you want to watch that next, just click here.